Good evening and welcome to Newsmaker Live. I am Clinton Reynolds and we thank you for joining us tonight for another program. Of course, today is February 1st. That means it's Independence Month here on Newsmaker Live. So we start off tonight just looking at some independent thinkers, people who have shaped our country, our economy, our society. And throughout the month of February, this is what we'll bring you. Different people involved in different aspects of society, just speaking to them about how they have contributed to our St. Lucia. So we want to welcome you to the first of our February series on independence. And joining us tonight for the first independence program is none other than the Executive Director of the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, Mr. Brian Louisy. Brian, welcome to Newsmaker Live.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
First time, but definitely will not be the last time, because I'm sure that as we continue, we will have a lot more to talk about.
Indeed.
As far as business is concerned. Now, we're going to jump right into it. You just had your third annual Business Awards at the Sandals Grand at Pigeon Island. Yes. My age is beginning to show. And before I say it, it was fantastic.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. I don't think that I have enjoyed a straight jacket. What should have been a straight jacket production as much as I have. No, it was amazing. It was nothing like one would have expected, considering the kinds of people, top business people, dignitaries, but it just flowed. Let's talk a bit about that. First of all, how you were able to create what was created last Saturday night, and then we'll talk about the awards.
Well, first of all, let me thank you for having me on board on your program this evening, but also let me thank you for the very kind compliments and comments about the event. We have worked hard at the Chamber to produce the St. Lucia Business Awards because we think the business community really is the heartbeat of the country. They provide the economic activity, they provide employment. They do so much for the community and for the country that we need to celebrate them in general, celebrate their excellence, celebrate the performances. And this is not always done. And we thought it would be good to do it as part of Nobel Laureate Week, when you celebrate excellence. And the business community in St. Lucia has had a rich tradition of being involved in culture, being involved in the arts and business activity. And so we thought it felt naturally in there. And we were very happy when Her Excellency agreed to have it as part of the Nobel Laureate Week. And we have worked hard to produce an event that is worthy of Nobel Laureate Week, worthy of Dame Pearlet's patronage. And so I'm very happy that you think so highly of it.
Yeah, and she was there, obviously,
Yes.
and also the Prime Minister was there. In addition, the Minister for Creative Services and Tourism, he was also there.
The Minister of Commerce
yes, she was there.
Always there,
Yes.
and the Parliamentary Secretary,
Yes.
Ibaldas Raymond, was also in attendance. So
Yeah. I mean, I can't begin to describe how much fun it was. Where did you get Richard Peterkin from?
Well, Richard Peterkin, as many people know, has been around for a while. He's been very close to the Chamber for many years. Yes, he has quite a sense of humor, and he delivers very well. And we were looking for that type of evening in converting the St. Lucia Business Awards from what used to be the President's Dinner. We used to say it was a straight jacket, state dinner type event, and we thought we needed to move from that. Our membership and profile is changing. We have a lot younger membership profile. We have new businesses joining the Chamber, new businesses in the business community, and so we thought we needed to change how we celebrated the business community. And so we decided to do this sort of snazzy type of event, which is not long and boring, not necessarily a state dinner, but entertaining, fun, but also very classy and undignified. And I think we have achieved that. We're trying to achieve that, and I hope people think we have achieved that. And this is where we're heading, and this is where we like to keep it.
Now let's look at last year's program and compare it to this year's. What lessons did you learn from last year's that you were able to apply this year to make it better?
Well, we look at the event very closely every year. We are very receptive to comments, to people's criticism, how they critique it. You know, you have people who are whose eyes are wide open, and they see opportunity, they see activities that and aspects of the event that you as a producer may not see or may not want to see. And so we're very open. But I think we need to also set the record straight. We have a very strong production team. We work very well with Landmark Events and Media Zone, Channel 39, in producing the event.
We'll have to charge you for that ad, but I mean...
No, well, you charge them, but really, they are members of the chamber, and as members of the chamber, they contribute significantly to the production of the event. We have a very insightful and creative awards committee chaired by Dr. Charmaine Gardner, includes the former president of the chamber, Chester Hinkson, also a former president, Mr. Christian Husbands, Rosemary Deligny. And so we work very long, very hard, and the staff at the secretariat, they contribute well as well to making the event what it is. And so we plan, we detail, and we try to put on the event. Now,
this is your third Business Awards, but we know that the Chamber of Commerce has been around for much longer than that.
126 years.
Why did it take you so long to start recognizing businesses and business people who have made significant contributions?
Well, that is not necessarily correct. The Chamber has always, as I said, we used to have what you call the President's Dinner and Awards. And in there, we had a Business Awards, which was restricted to Chamber members. And it was not as high profile as this event is. And so we've been doing it for a while. So it's not a recent event. What we did a few years ago was we said we needed to change it. And so we decided it couldn't be a chamber event alone. We needed to open it up to the entire business community. We changed the focus from sectoral, where we used to have manufacturer of the year, service exporter of the year, commercial house, banking institution. And we said the qualities we want to celebrate as far as excellence, as far as performance, is not restricted to a sector. And you don't necessarily want to compare these performances against sector, like sector. You're going to compare it across the economy. And so we did that. Our awards are open to every business on the island, whether they are a member of the chamber or not. We do not segregate between large and small, because we think that those qualities are inherent in small businesses as well. So you could have some excellent ideas and performances in small businesses. And the way we've structured the awards, the forms, the applications, it allows you to, it's a great equalizer.
Now let's talk about the application for an award. You know, you have to submit, you have to make a submission for you to be considered in the first place. So just run us through the process of doing that.
Well, we start on most times September, October of the year before, and we announce, we do the launch, and we make it known that the awards and nomination forms are available. And it's available online, and we also sometimes submit it through our partner agencies so that they could circulate it to their members. The forms are on the Chamber's website. People could pick it up and enter and respond to the questions. We have modeled our event along the lines of the UK Business Awards and the Australia Business Awards. We've studied them very closely, noted the type of forms, the type of questions that have been asked. So it is done that way. People fill out the forms, they are submitted. We have a very strict
6 more minutes.
Where the forms are held by only a few people. They're seen by very few people, and they're separated and put in different batches for the first round of judges, who look at the nominees and then the submissions, and they shortlist at least 2 persons in each category. Then it goes to a second round, where another set of judges revisit the shortlisted nominees, and the awards are then done on that basis. So it is it's done very, I think, objectively. It's also done by persons whose property I don't think we can question. And we have some esteemed persons sitting on our panel of judges with expertise in the various fields who can bring an independent and a very sharp eye to the forms and to the process.
Now, I know on the night, for some categories you had two, but I guess they were the finalists, and some you had three. Was it a situation where you only had two companies?
In some situations, we had very few submissions. In some cases, we thought that there were only two that are worthy of being considered.
So that decision was made before they were, during the shortlisting process?
By the judges.
Right,
because
right.
you see, you have to make a substantive submission. If a submission is made where so many questions are unanswered or in such a poor quality, we just eliminate from there. The judges just don't score. So you can't really, if you have 5 and 3 of them are that way, you're not going to put one that is so terrible in there.
Right.
So that's how we do it.
Okay. Wonderful. I mean, as I said, a very good program and very tight. For this awards program, I think you had like 11 awards?
Yes. 11
awards. Let's just run through the categories in which companies and also business people per se were able to win.
We had the Green Award, which looks at the environment and encourages and recognizes how people treat the environment, how they take particular care in the running of their business to protect the environment, to be very environmentally conscious in their behavior. There's corporate leadership, which looks at overall leadership and management of the corporation. Exporter of the Year, which looks at those firms who sell their goods and services outside St. Lucia. We have Business of the Year. We also have Idea of the Year. We have Excellence in Human Resource Development. We have the Service Excellence. We have Marketing Excellence, Corporate Social Responsibility. Then we have the Prime Minister's Award for Innovation. And then, of course, the Entrepreneur of the Year Award. So these are the awards we have looked at. We have, every year we review
3 minutes.
And we look at whether there are additional awards that we need to bring in or to change. But these are what we are working with at this time.
Great. Now, I want to go deeper into the awards, but we'll do that in another segment. But in terms of the production itself and your collaboration with Landmark and also Media Zone, the production company, how did that work? Were there dry runs?
Well, we have Landmark Event is contracted to produce the event. So we sit and discuss over many weeks what is it we want, how we'd like it to flow. And they then put that together and make suggestions as to how it should flow. And that we give them quite a bit of liberty in developing that. But we always have the final approval. We have a number of reviews and discussions, debates. We have a very open discussion where we talk about issues, talk about what we like, how we think it should work. And we try to fit it in a way that makes it entertaining and enjoyable. We have introduced an entertainment segment where we feature young, up-and-coming talent. And we try to look at talent that is world class.
15.
Or close to being there. And we think we have achieved that. And so we try to put that production together that way. A lot of discussion, dialogue, the flat-out production, but also the technical television production, where Media Zone comes in and says, what is really possible or what is really workable in terms of a made-for-TV event.
Great. So what we'll do right now, we'll take a break. We're speaking here with Mr. Brian Louisy, almost got tongue-tied on that one, the Executive Director of the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, and we're reviewing the 2012 Business Awards. We're also discussing other aspects of the Chamber. So stay with us. Newsmaker Live will continue right after this.